we have this lips extruded from the face in the sketch. We can do the same here to the monkey face. So if you go to edit mode again, I want to add the lips, so I can just press the K again, cut a shape on the upper part of the mouth. You can have the lips, and then of course we can just select the geometry. Actually, you can select even the outer line here. So yeah, so now we have the whole part selected. We can just extrude, then maybe bring it down a bit. Let's check the rendered view. Maybe solid. Looks good, but maybe we can make this part less sharp, moving this to the back a little bit. Also this one as well to the back. And also because it's a little bit too sharp, we can actually just add a subdivision modifier again. Yeah, it's looking better. As you can see, since we applied 2 subdivision modifiers, the head is a little bit smaller, the back of the head is a little bit smaller. We can actually scale it up a bit. Yeah, selected it with L and then scale it up. And then we can actually add the rest of the details in the mouth, so teeth and tongue. We can move the 3D cursor to here, shift right click, and then add a cube. We can scale it down. Let's move it a little bit to the front. So the teeth are a bit flat, so we can just scale it on the y-axis like that. And then we can scale it down a little bit. Camera view. We can move it to go backwards on the y-axis. Side of the mouth, and then we go to the wireframe so you can see the sketch. So let's place the teeth here. So it is. Go to the polygon selection with 3 or this icon. Then this, and then extrude. Move it a little bit. Rotate. Extrude. Move it a little bit. Scale it down, rotate, and then scale it up, extrude it up, and then scale it down. Okay, and we can select the edges here and move it to the front a little bit. Select with Alt, select the edge loop to the front, the y-axis to the front. This is looking better. Shade smooth again with Z, but you can see like the end of it is super rounded. So we want to remove the rounds. We can add more edge loops. So if we add an edge loop here, we'll slide it to the top. To round it, add more. So edge loop, slide it to the bottom. That looks better. Go to the camera view. Also, we can select here the head. One small detail is you can press the C button, select all the vertices in this area, go to solid view. Also get it out like that, so we can go to edit mode, 3D cursor here, create a cube. Since the mouse is a little bit thinner, just scale it on the Z axis, scale it down, then we can extrude the tongue part, then maybe rotate it again, and then extrude. Let's go to the camera view. You can see it's a little bit rotated that way, so we can actually, we have the tongue selected, so we can press Ctrl plus on the numpad, then move it here, and then maybe scale it a little bit on the x-axis. Then if we extrude more, you can see in the sketch we have this C shape pose for the tongue. So we can try to do the same here, maybe rotating it and then moving it backwards like that. Then with the camera view, though it looks good, I think it needs a little bit more roundness when it comes to that shape. So one way to add the roundness is you can add an edge loop here in the middle. Then we can just scale it a little bit up to add more roundness. Then object mode, shade smooth again. I think the eye is popping out a little bit too much, so you can actually move it to the back. As you can see, it's getting there. One other thing I would like to do is tweak the ears and do the hair for the head. Let's go to the head here. We have the hair particle here. The easiest way to do it is we want the polygons to be extruded that way, but we only have one. So as usual, we add an edge loop in the middle, left click again, and then we can go to solid, select this polygon, and then wireframe so you can see the sketch, and then extrude. And then scale it down again. Let's go to solid view. Move this a little bit up so we have this roundness, flexibility on the shape, and then we have the other hair. Scale it down, move it down, and then extrude it one next time. Okay, let's just select the edge here, pull it down a bit. Okay, maybe select the tip of the hair here and grow the selection with Ctrl+ on the numpad. Then maybe you can move it. So this one, so select the tip. Of course, again, this is too big, so we can add an edge loop and then select the polygon in the back. And then we go camera view and then extrude. Scale it down and then extrude. Get it way down. And then maybe move this edge a little bit. And as you can see, it's clipping through the backpack, so we can actually move the backpack a little bit. Or actually, wait, let's move the head a little bit. Also, one other thing, the eyes, did we rename it? No. So, eyes. Now we have head with the hair and everything, and let's go to the camera view. Okay, as you can see, one of the things that we lost is the roundness of the head. If we want to add more roundness, again, go to edit mode. You can add an edge loop here, and then maybe scale it up a bit so we have some round. What else do we want for the head? With the ears, you can tweak one of the ears and then duplicate it, so you can delete the one in the back here. It, and what we want is classic ear shape. It doesn't have to be super detailed, just something as close to this as possible. So we can go really crazy with the details, but let's just do it simple, in a simple manner here. So if we select those three polygons and then we press I for inset and then extrude inwards, you can see you kind of have that ear shape. Also, maybe want to rotate it a bit, so I mean, that looks good. Of course, we get more for more details in future lessons. Copy it, scale it on the x-axis by -1, and then just place it where it should be. Solid view, all the way around. Okay, that looks better. And then we can also just smooth out the other body parts of the other models that needs to be smoothed. So Z should smooth here. The planet star, we can just select it smoother. And yeah, now we can unhide the helmet. Or if this tongue is sticking out, we can fix that later. Yeah, you can see we add details bit by bit to each part, and then after a while, like once you add everything, it's gonna get better and better. And of course, you can add more detail and more effects that would make it look better.
Now that we added details to our main objects, in the next lesson we're going to add details to our secondary objects.